Hello, everybody. So today we have a little special video. It is a highlight from one of my streams a few weeks back with a good friend of mine named Technofreak. His Twitch uh, link will be in the description. Him and I are both members of a community called the Independent Gaming Community, and basically we play Destiny, we play Halo, Diablo, and so many other games. So, yeah. So his link is in the description below, and I hope you guys enjoy. But bounties are... In English is weird. How sometimes we pronounce an X as a Z.
Yeah, dude. I don't get it either. Like, I never understood why xylophone is spelled and, like, said the way it is. Like, I never understood it, why it's like that.
Yeah.
Accept it from the nine.
English is a weird word. That's why you gotta learn other languages so you could expand on that. And you find out English is actually a really hard language to learn.
Truth. Like anytime a foreigner's like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm like, you're asking the wrong person. I know it's my native language,
Yeah.
but I'm still learning it too.
Yeah, like my dad at last time asked me, like, what's the difference between two, and two? I'm like, oh no, here we go, this question. Oh,
I always,
is he?
I get obviously TWO, like that's the number, but the other
Yeah.
twos, I used to remember it all the time, but now I mix them up sometimes, and I'm like, why can't I remember? I used to be able to, like, what?
Like TOO is to add inference, and then the TO regular two is to literally is to like expand upon on what you're saying, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's what is it called? Fuck, I forgot, dude.
But what really triggers me is when people say mix up there, and there.
Oh, there, and there. Yeah, okay. I get confused with those sometimes.
And then I've literally heard people say, "Oh, it don't work like that," and I'm like, apparently English don't
It
work
doesn't
like
work.
that for you.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, and it's like I look at them and I'm like, "It do not work like that," and they're like, "No, it don't work like that." I'm like,
You're right. It don't work like that.
I'm like, uh...
Miles be talking like
it
that.
do not work like that. Like,
He's from the South, bro.
it's like,
Yo,
come on, bro. It does not. It doesn't. Like,
English is my second language, and I still know that's not right, dude.
there are just some very obvious ones that trigger me like that, and I'm like, come on, like
For the
really?
longest time, I don't know why. When I was in elementary, where and where always fucked me, dude.
Wait,
Always
what
screwed
was?
me up. I don't know why. Where and where. I don't know why those two confuse me so much. For the
You
longest
mean
time when I
like
was learning,
where, like the word "where are you going"
yeah, like
and
where are you going, and like the other where.
what other where? Other? Do you mean like? Oh, okay, like
WERE.
you're gonna wear something, or
Yeah.
WERE?
Or wear, or you could wear something as well. Yeah, those three wears.
WERE. I thought that was were.
Or word, whatever. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's like I used to confuse them so much. I
Like
don't know why. I
like
thought they sounded and spelled the same thing.
where are you going or where were you going? Different
Yeah,
tenses. But yeah, I get
yeah.
it.
So I was like, "Fuck, dude, that used to mess me up
That's
so
why
much."
like my brain was trying to compute like what other where is he
Yeah, I
talking
see what I
about?
mean. Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like the only
Doesn't
other where
help.
I can think of is like if you're wearing something or like hardware, software, like that kind of wear maybe.
Yeah, I didn't.
I need to get myself a like a stream deck where I can have like sounds programmed, and in that moment I can just go and hit like some sort of like loading sound.
Oh yeah, or the
It's like I'm sitting here like, wait, what?
dial-up, or the dial-up.
Yeah. Just
dial-up
hit it as I'm sitting here being like, what? Huh?
Trying to process what's
Yeah.
happening. Oh
Dude, I'd be
shit, that would be
spamming that.
awesome.
I'd be spamming that button some nights.
Me explaining a raid and then just hear that, I'm like, I know he didn't get it.
Yeah, I'll just you'll be like, "Did you get all that?" I wouldn't even
You all hear
speak. I
the
just hit the
dial-up.
button. Just start hearing
Oh
dial out,
shit.
and it's like, "Oh shit, here we go again." Communicating through sound clips. All right.
I do not miss those times, dude. Fuck that.
It's like me trying to listen to Spanish. Either I purely don't understand, or my brain's trying to compute because I know the words, but I can't think of what they are.
It's crazy because once you actually know Spanish like really well, you- like there's a few languages that are literally that sound very similar to Spanish. Like Portuguese and
Shit.
Spanish are pretty much like cousins to each other. Because you, if you could understand Spanish really well, you'll understand some Portuguese and vice versa as well.
Yeah.
And if you understand Spanish, you could somewhat understand Italian somehow as well because they come all from the same root word, sorry, from Latin and stuff. So they all have like similar tenses and stuff like that.
Yeah. My uncle knows more Spanish than me. He's not like fully fluent, but he's decent. Um, and he said that one time that he met a a Portuguese speaking person, and he was doesn't know Portuguese. So, but when he figured out that they were Portuguese, he started speaking like basic Spanish to them, and they managed to grasp enough what he was saying, and they would respond in
Yeah,
Portuguese, and he'd be able to grasp like the basics of what they were saying. So they were able to do
yeah,
like minimal communication.
yeah. Which is all you need, honestly, man. Nowadays,
Yeah,
it
sometimes
is
with just
so good.
basic
But
daily things, like going to the store, stuff like that, like as long as you're getting your message across, then you're good.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's all you gotta really do.
I was like, I know Duolingo isn't like the best for actually becoming proficient in,
Hey, man, but it's something, man. At
yeah,
least you're trying. That's how
like
I say it.
I was doing it daily for a while, going through like the basics, but then I kind of got off of it, and
Kind of gave up on it. Yeah.
I'm kind of worried about. Well, it's just like I've had so many other things going on, and I kept forgetting to do it every day. Um, and it would be like, oh crap, I didn't do it yesterday. I'll do it today, and then I would do it. Then I would miss like 2 days and be like, crap, I haven't done it for a few days, and do it. And then the gap kept getting bigger and bigger until I just stopped doing it.
Until you stop doing it altogether.
Yeah. Um, but like I learned how to talk about how I eat apples and uh, saying I eat apples and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I,
You eat manzanas.
yeah,
Manzanas.
yeah. And then one time, like it required me to like say the phrase,
Oh
and
no.
um, like I pronounced the words fine. It's just I used the wrong one and said I drink apples.
You drink otomas now instead of omas.
Yeah. I was like, I drink
Omes.
apples, and then like a few ones later, it told me to say something else, and I ended up saying, I think it was like, I drink milk or something like that, and I said I eat milk, and I was like, shit, I
Oh,
mixed up the words again. Fuck.
yeah, tomas and comas. Yeah,
I was like, son of a bitch.
those they sound similar, but they're completely different actions.
See the
And one's in past tense, and other one's in current
well, it was
tense.
telling
Or
me to use the word for drink of well, how was it spelled?
drink milk, pretty much. To drink
Like
milk.
I'm trying to like BE, I think.
Bebe.
Yeah,
Bebe.
yeah,
That sounds like BB, right?
yeah. But I think it sounded like the way it was saying it, it sounded more like B or more like V's to my ears.
Oh, bebed. Yeah, bebed. Yeah. Yeah, the Spanish is weird too. It's bed. Yeah,
I was
bed.
like, it sounds like BMV at the same time. What the
Yeah,
fuck? How am I?
bed. Bed.
I think that was the word I struggled with the most in pronunciation. Like, I still can't do it.
It's like saying bed, pretty much. Like bed.
Okay.
Literally, like you lay on a bed, pretty much. That's how it's easier to remember.
Just with,
Bed.
just okay, yeah. But yeah, dude, anytime that word came up, I was struggling so hard. It's like I could read it fine, and for the most part, I was getting the various like tenses of it and whatnot. Or well, I guess not
Was
really
the
tenses.
sentence like bed leche or something like that?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like adding the s on when you say when you're saying you, and you say like two.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like that, so it's like it depends on who you're talking about, on which form of the word you use. And I got most of that, like when it came to reading and typing it. But when I came to speaking that word, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm done." Nope.
I can't spell Spanish to save my fucking life for sure. But I could probably communicate pretty well with people in Spanish, especially because I kind of lost my way in Spanish a little bit because of being in the school system for fucking 2 decades.
Hmm.
Um,
So you grew up in America?
I grew up most of the time. Yeah, I grew up in America pretty much. But my first language, like, I didn't learn English until I was like 6
Oh, okay.
because of my parents. They were very strict at home, like only speaking Spanish, and like, all right.
Okay, okay.
And somehow I lost the way to speak Spanish a little bit.
Hmm. And that happens if you don't use it enough. You start to forget it over time.
Yeah,
Exo, are you the same now that you were?
didn't
But of
help too.
course,
I didn't like.
yeah, with Spanish though, of course I remember things like puta, no problem. Like
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's always the bad words you remember
yeah, and then in
real
sign
quick.
language, the one word I remember is "fuck you."
Mm-hmm. Fucking chin grass.
Yeah,
The
like rub your
chin hair up.
nails under your chin. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck you. I've done that to people and they've just looked at me like what, and I'm like, oh, nothing.
Saying it with grace.
Like, oh, I'm just saying you're lovely in sign language.
All of me
Yep.
an old memory.
All right,
Now
so you ready to go? Let me look when anyone else say they were gonna.
I'm really curious. I'm putting this game settings on Spanish just to see how it sounds. Very curious.
Talking about switching to other languages and games and shit. Have you ever heard
Mm.
some games in like when it's in Japanese and
Yes,
how
Destiny sounds
intense?
fucking badass. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it
like,
sounds straight up
dude.
badass. I'm like, bro, oh my god, like this
Yeah.
is how you're meant to play it, bro.
It's like, bro, Destiny 2 is an anime now. Like, this is some intense shit.
Some unreal shit that's happening right now.
Yeah. I don't know why, but like Japanese voice acting always comes off so intense, and then you meet people who like, then you hear just people in everyday use of Japanese, and it's like they
So
don't.
casual, dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, dude, they sound so chill. Like, where's the intensity and all the screaming and?
Uh, that's the bad thing about like fucking I guess anime just in the Western world, right? They have high expectations how Japan is, and it's nothing like that.
So I gotta
I would
say,
love to
like,
go to Japan.
when I hear like female speaking Japanese, it's attractive, cute as all hell.
Oh yeah, I mean it depends, right? If they're talking in their fucking their what do they call it? Their ooh voice.
Not necessarily even that, just like the everyday normal use of it. I just think like the feminine Japanese just sounds cute.
No, it does sound attractive. I would agree.
Mhm. The uwu voice, like the more like the higher pitched
Hey,
cutesy
bitch.
version,
I
it
don't like that too much.
it really depends on how much of it, like how hard they're going into it.
Not
Like
gonna lie.
Like the more extremer ones, it's like no thank you. But the more like casual ones like that aren't as intense.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
With.
Yeah, those are fine. But yo, let some Hispanic girl be like, "Oh, Papi Chula, come over here." But that is the bend my knee to my will real quick.
talking about attractive languages in Spanish. When women talk seductively in Spanish, or even just with like a Hispanic accent or something, like, damn, bro, like, my freaking ears melt.
Your heart melts, and then your knees cave in. You're like,
yeah,
fuck.
And it's like I don't even know what you said, but I'm turned on. You could have been telling me off, and I wouldn't know.
Good example of that. Like, even though we all know she probably fakes it at this point, is Sofia Vergara. Take her accent pretty much.
Yeah.
She's trying English so hard, but Spanish or Spaniard comes out too much.
Yeah.
God damn, dude, chill.
Yeah, it's like, I don't even know what you said. You could be telling me to go to hell and get fucked by Satan himself, and I just wouldn't know.
You said it.
Huh?
Either it's like I won't go, so you can keep telling me, so you can keep talking to me, or I'll go willingly, easily.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like how we moved from talking about just certain words in English to that.
I mean, it's a good segue, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Tonight's dares of eternity.
Like, some of this shit would just be awesome. Like, these topics would just be awesome for just like a shit talk podcast where you're just talking about random shit. Like, you don't have a theme, you're just bullshitting.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it'd be like that. It'd be fun talking to random stuff like that. Yo, you know what I'm jealous of, though? Those people that can learn languages, like, no problem, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude, like...
Those multilinguist people, dude. Oh, my God, bro.
It's like, the people who, like, know 3, 4, 5 languages or more.
I have a coworker that knows 6 languages. I'm like, bro, you're nuts.
And it's like, they're like, oh, yeah, I'm learning this language now, and, oh, yeah, like, I'm pretty proficient in it now, and when did you start learning? Oh, just, like, 2 weeks ago.
I don't know. He definitely has been learning it for years, though.
Yeah.
My coworker. My coworker, he's from Rwanda, and he knows fucking French, Swahili. He learned some other dialect over there from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
He knows English. He knows freaking Spanish too now. And I'm like, God damn, bro, you gotta relax, man.
Yeah.
You're just feel a woman from every continent at this point. You gotta chill.
Yeah, it's like we get it, dude.
Bro.
We get it.
We get it. That tongue can move.
We get it. You're a freaking Chad. Shut up.
Fucking Sigma Chad, bro.
Yeah, it's like, how do I say shut up, you fucking Chad in French, you bitch?
Relax. Who you trying to impress, bro? You're impressing me right now.
Like, dude, I'm straight and you're turning me on by speaking that right now, okay?
Yo.
And the people who can so naturally just, like, transition from one language to another, like, so easily, just switch back and forth with no trouble.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's like, dude.
I sometimes even have fucking trouble doing that.
It's like, I can't even freaking have a conversation properly in Spanish, and that's, like, the closest thing I have to a second language. Yet here you are transitioning so easily.
Well, it's not too easy. Well, I mean, yeah, because, I'm Hispanic, so it's kind of a little bit more natural since I learned both languages growing up.
Yeah. But some people,
it's always good to teach your kids, 2 languages when they're young.
Mm-hmm.
I think, they're little sponges and just pick up all that stuff real quick.
Oh shit, I just went down. Fuck. Yeah, like, I've met a few people who transition between, like, 2, 3 languages. Like, just naturally, without pause, they just switch. And I'm like, dude, how?
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah. Like, there's this chick on YouTube, she lives in, Japan. She's from America, and she speaks fluent Japanese, Chinese, and English, and she switches between the 3 of them as she just walking through like Chinatown, she'll switch around between the three, kind of thing.
Yeah, dude.
Like with no cuts or edits, like, and it's like, bruh.
There's a. I hate saying like this, but there's a white dude that I follow on YouTube as well. I forgot his fucking name. His Japanese, Korean, like all of his Asian things, dude, are fucking top tier, bro. I'm like, oh my goodness, dude. He's starting to learn recently how to speak like African languages as well. I'm like, bro, yeah, like that's impressive, bro. Like I don't know how he did it. I mean, he did live in Beijing for 10 years. He said that would help him, you know, pick up like any of those Chinese languages pretty freaking easily. I'm like, oh my god. And he does it like as a YouTube thing just to fuck with people, you get me?
Yeah.
To see if they would talk shit. And then he would surprise them because he actually knows the language and shit. That's like, for example, that, like, I don't know how you look, but for example, you look like very white or something, and then you go to like a Hispanic shop, and then out of nowhere you're speaking fluent Spanish. Like, yeah, you're gonna turn some heads, you know.
See, like, that's one of the big reasons why I want to learn a second language, is to walk into, like, even if it, like what you said, or just, like, Chinese or something like that, and just walk in and just freaking blow their minds.
Yeah.
They're like, so what? We were not expecting that.
Yeah, literally. And people are more...
Oh, I fell off!
Like, they're happier, dude. They're like, people that aren't... I don't know why I hate saying like this, but aren't, like, they're kind, like their race or anything like that, that know their language pretty well like that. They're so happy about it, dude.
Yeah.
They're like, oh shit, that's good. Because they're always happy, like, oh, you're actually learning, you know, you're taking the time to learn their culture and their language and stuff like that.
Yeah. It always makes them happy, that's for sure.
Of course, it depends on how you say it too, because, you know, if you're gonna sound like a douche about it, then, you know, they're gonna take that to offense too.
Yeah.